same company that's delivering for that was
a
couple of
reopened a little
trips
bit
ago.
and is
It's
closed.
not the same company, guys.
So apparently what doctors are doing is not
similar
proper.
name, but that is not the
typical.
company.
Okay,
Give
I'm
us
showing you the
antibiotics.
Ambiance Medical Transportation that took you on 10/13 of 2016.
That's not the. It was an actual medical transportation vehicle that was able to accommodate a wheelchair or even a motorized wheelchair, and it's not what has been showing up with the name Ambience on the side of it. They are the incompetent ones. This is a decent company with fleet vehicles that aren't breaking down.
Now I'm not exactly sure what you're saying, sir. I'm just saying that on 10/13/2016 it was Ambiance. Now,
It is listed as Ambiance.
Okay, that's the company Ambiance, yes. We don't have several different companies named Ambiance. We have one company that works for us named Ambiance.
All I'm saying is this was a larger than a van vehicle. It was brand new. What's been sent? I got a station wagon sent to me 2 times on the way back and forth with the end of June trip. So that's not medical transportation.
Okay, now I'm showing on June 27th it was Ambiance Medical Transportation. On June 14th,
I'm
it
saying
was Ambiance Medical Transportation.
I'm saying you've got someone altering your records, perhaps. I don't know, but it's not.
No,
not the same
unfortunately,
company.
nobody is altering our records. That would be fraud.
Yes, it would be, wouldn't it?
Yes, absolutely, and that's why we do not alter our records.
That's a good policy. What I need now is, since you can't give me the name of the decent carrier that took me from the hospital on that
Okay, I
day.
just told you it is Ambiance Medical Transportation who transported you on 10/13 of 2016.
If their fleet vehicles have that wide a range of folks driving them, it is probably the work of Byron. I need Byron supervisor so I can talk.
Byron has no control over the transportation companies.
You're Byron's best friend. I got that. I need someone who can get some
I
action.
am not Byron's best friend. I am not even in his same department. Okay, so I don't understand where that's coming from. And I mean, I'm sorry. Are you trying to say that I'm lying to you and not giving you the information here?
Well, I'm saying
I'll be more than happy. I'll be more than happy to go ahead and then transfer you to my supervisor, who will then go ahead and give you the name Ambiance. That is the company that transported you on 10/13 of 2016.
I'm saying if it's the same company, that they are incredibly widespread as far as vehicles, and it seems odd to me. But
yes, they have a very large array of vehicles.
Then all they've been sending me lately is the vehicles that are dangerous for medical transportation.
Okay, well, that is now forwarded to the complaint department, and that is not Byron's responsibility to change the vehicles that are being sent to you. That is not his job, and he does not have the authority to do so. Nobody in this department does. That would be in the complaint department and the routing department.
Well, let me get this straight again. You do not have in your department the ability to get a patient who is under your transportation, someone there to transport him out of the heat, out of the rain. You don't have someone in LA, downtown LA, that can do that. Other than
okay, we have got plenty of transportation companies that work for us. Okay? Now, if your transportation company is late, which happens because of, LA traffic or, San Francisco traffic, depending on where you're at in California, it's pretty bad out there. It's not like we can literally just have a company waiting on the side for your trip. It takes time to find another transportation company to accept that trip. So unfortunately, a situation like that happens. What we do is we file a complaint against the company that either didn't show up or was late, and then it gets forwarded to the complaint department, who can then rectify the situation. If a company is consistently late, they'll eventually get fired from being a transportation company that we hire. However, that is not taken care of in this department. We do not make the decisions as to who gets assigned to anyone's particular transportation. We just
Transfer
take
me
the
to
reservation.
that department.
Okay, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we cannot transfer you to the routing department.
Then I need to talk to Byron's supervisor, who can get some action from the routing department that has been repetitive and not correcting the repetitive, time after time after time, late, no shows. I need you to get me to the supervisor of Byron who can do that.
Okay, I'll explain again. It's not Byron's supervisor that can do that. It's the complaint department that can change things. Okay? So when they contact you about your complaint, they'll be able to assist you in making sure that you don't have a particular company. Okay? But in this department, we don't handle that. All that even my supervisors would be able to do is just see the complaint that you've already filed for at least the last 2 trips, and see that we've already filed the complaints with the complaint department, and they will just tell you, well, sir, it does take 1 to 30 days for the complaint department to go ahead and get back in touch with you. However, unfortunately, there's nothing else that we can do from this department for you.
You don't, I found it incredibly hard to believe that when your transportation company you've hired does not show up, and you've been responsible for transporting patients to a hospital or a clinic, and the patient is waiting there in bad weather and heat, and you don't have any kinds of processes to get another company there.
There are, and it can take 1 to 4 hours for us to do so. I never said we do not have anything in place to do that. I said it can take 1 to 4 hours for us to be able to find a different transportation company to accept a trip.
Oh, I would have been happy with just a 1 hour wait. So 4 hours, is the same problem. You're leaving someone in.
That's what the health plan allows for. That is what the health plan allows for.
I need a decent transportation, and your company has no means of weeding out those that have been sent that are incredibly incompetent. Is that what you're telling me?
We do have a process for that, and it's been forwarded to that department, and that process is in motion. Unfortunately, there's nothing in this department that we can further do for you until that department contacts you.
You cannot give me the name of Byron's supervisor, the number of Byron's supervisor to talk to.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and just give you to my supervisor, and then you'll hear the exact same things, and then hopefully,
I don't want your supervisor. You can't do anything.
Okay, well, that's as far as I can take you, sir. Okay, I do not have the authority to bypass my supervisor.
Well, give me your supervisor. Let me get him to, or her to transfer me to Byron's supervisor so I can get transportation.
Okay, again, Byron did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
Byron is not in charge of the situation. So, speaking to his supervisor is not going to be any different than speaking to my supervisor, or, which is the same person that is their supervisor. So I'm going to place you on hold, and I'm going to go ahead and get you to the next person in charge of me, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, go figure the guy with the Russian eyebrows is in bed with the Russian. We have Hollywood. We don't have we have a dangerous hoax imposing the Mideast when they're placing Hussein in the highest office in the land, and yeah, you can't reach me to talk to me about what you believe or anything else. Comments on this image? 424-229-414. Make a video of your hijack call to me, post it. And do those military children's burning tests in front of these folks being repetitive about endangering patients' health with no protocol in line to protect those patients. Make the video, post the video, say, how do you reach John Melton Brady to taunt him about endangering his health? When my phone, my family's lifeline, is not allowed to reach Melton, and I have no idea when else it won't be allowed to work. How do you reach him? LA Care, Logisticare officials? Representative supervisors? What do you know about this? 424-229-414. You're going to show up on his caller ID? I'm not. I want to make sure I show up on the emergency services calls law. What is your part in the organized crime that makes Al Capone and Richard Nixon look like small school kids caught stealing candy from a local mom and pop store? Yeah, it's much worse than Watergate, guys. This is altering a phone record to cover up the hijacking of America's lifelines. Get their reaction posts. Your phone makes a video right now. Nowadays, most of them. Make a video of someone else's phone being hijacked as you try to call me, and not knowing when else that phone won't be allowed to work. Check and post in 5. Yeah, that's that one that opened up again. Now it's closed again. And yeah, it's medical research being passed by with those eyes. Want a new pair? You'd think doctors of blind patients would be interested in those eyes, my eyes, regrowing. Instead, I'm getting the runaround from Sony TOF and LAC USC Keck Medical. Checking folks in front of anyone with LAC USC Keck Medical. Asking, how do you reach John Melton Brady about those appointments? When my family's lifeline is hijacked when I try to call him. What's your part in that organized crime? Oh, this is a high def. It makes for a better low def. Have I gone all the way around to the beginning again? I don't think so. I'll have to start again. Oh. Try and get the next 12-minute increment started. This is my February 2017 image.
Thank you so much for holding, Mr. Brady.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Brady. My name is Tanya. One of the supervisors here with LA Care, and I'm so sorry you had to make this call. I do understand that we're having a big issue with ambulance transportation. Is that correct?
Not just ambient, whatever you have been sending me since the 10th of October last year. It's always late, no, not there,